Hello and welcome to Yoga Studio 9. My name is Deborah York, and I want to invite you to the Yoga Fundamentals series that is 8 days long. And the purpose of creating this class is that we wanted to create a practice that's inviting to someone that's new to yoga, and or someone that is not as fit, or someone that's just not comfortable enough yet to attend a class. So my intention for this class is that you will gain enough yoga experience and confidence that you would feel comfortable in attending a class if you so desire. When I started my yoga back, I think 35 years now, I committed to a practice of at least 20 minutes a day. And I made it sacred. And it made a huge difference. I found that when I had a daily practice, it had a lot more benefits and lasting benefits than if I just did it 1 hour a week. So my invitation to you and my encouragement to you is to create a sacred time, a sacred space, and commit to 10 minutes, 10 to 20 minutes, whatever that would realistically work in your schedule. And then just hold that time as sacred for you. And you'll find that once you come to the mat and you're there 10 minutes, you will naturally want to stay longer if your time would allow. So yes, definitely, if you could hold it a sacred time, it really makes a big difference, and you'll see benefits faster and longer. The other point that I wanted to cover is I spoke to benefits. And speaking of benefits, we have a link that you can go to, and I've listed all of the different benefits. I think there's so many, it would take me a long time to sit here and tell you all of those. So I just made a different link that you can go there on your own timing and read all those benefits. I've also created a separate document for guidelines that you want to consider before coming to your mat and having a practice, such as when your last meal should be, what kind of props that you need, and just what kind of way of approaching your practice. So beautiful guidelines, especially if you've never had a yoga practice before. I highly recommend going to that link. What other point did I want to cover? Oh, we want to cover, what does yoga mean? What does the word yoga mean? And it means yoke, coming together. And what do we mean by coming together or yoking? We mean the integration of the body, the mind, and the breath. When a lot of your exercises you're mindless, you're reading or you're watching TV, and what makes yoga yoga is that you're fully present with your mind, aware of what you're experiencing in your body, aware of what's going on with your breath, aware of what's going on with your thoughts. And it's a good place to come to your mat, and it gives you a reflection. It can give you a reflection of how you're approaching life. If you come to the mat rushed and not fully present and just going through the motions, then you'll probably kind of see this reflection showing up in your life. I'm not going to say that's like dead on, but I would invite you to look at that. The other point that I want to cover is that you always want to approach your practice slow. Our life out there is just so fast. Everything is faster is better. And this is one opportunity in life that you can come to the mat and just slow down and experience life in a whole new perspective. And slowing down, then you're able to experience, what is my body wisdom trying to tell me? What is my heart and my passions and my desires trying to tell me? And what is my mind chatter that possibly could be sabotaging my dreams and my life and my relationships? So slow down your practice so that it becomes prayerful, meditative, and you will access a peace and a joy and a fulfillment that you've probably never experienced in anything like you can. That's why yoga has become so popular and so fulfilling for so many people. The other point that I want to cover is that yoga is a lot of times looked at for flexibility. It's actually flexibility and strength in balance. So if you're someone that runs and lifts weights, you're probably lean towards being over strong and strength, more strength in your body and less flexibility. So you would want to focus your practice on flexibility. Those people, like a lot of women, like myself, have more flexibility and less strength. But overall, you're wanting to find that balance between strength and flexibility. Let me see if there's any other points that I want to cover here. Oh, we also want in the practice, want to come into the practice thinking of moving your body in 5 directions. Like I like to have my practice include a forward bend, a back bend, a twist, a lateral stretch, inversion. And inversions don't necessarily mean you have to stand on your head or your hands. You can just do a downward dog. Or forward bend, hanging forward bend can be your inversion. Also like to include standing poses, balancing, and then rest. Like always end with 5 or 10 minutes of rest. I always like to start with centering and releasing neck and shoulders and the face. So if you want more information, more details, more guidelines, I really highly recommend going to that link. And again, thank you so much for joining us in this 8-day Yoga Fundamentals. I'm looking forward to practicing with you. And yes, feel free to email us with any questions or concerns. Thank you.